Oh, Donald Trump's rubbing off on me.
Welcome everybody to the WTF show. We're having a good time with Rhonda Shea. She was like having a major, I'm telling you, a major happiness. What was that that you brought in? That you're so happy?
Oh, I am just so happy because the radio feed today, the show with the music is all dedicated to women.
Ooh.
Because women and young people stopped their red wave. Almost every single state where they happen to have an initiative on the ballot about Roe v. Wade, about the Dobbs decision, and failed. So women are saying, we're done with this crap. We are done with you.
The only thing is, I don't know, did that crazy Boebert win?
Well, she's ahead, yeah, but she's in the crazy part of Colorado too. I mean, they're pretty, they're all they can see is their guns and their cattle. With my boots in the saddle, what is it? With my with my gun in my hand and my boots in the saddle, I got to get around those goddamn cattle. I don't know. There they are. Hey, oh yes, safe matches. But that's okay. They should have a representative. If they elect her, they elect her, and the Republicans are going to be pretty hamstrung. So I'm not too worried. There's not enough majority. We still might take the majority in the Senate. We have a possibility in the House, but I doubt that. And there won't be enough votes for them to do anything significant. And Biden has the veto, so we're set. We don't have to worry about it. Colorado is like the anti-Florida. I mean, did you see the voting trend? It's like blue, 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 red, blue, blue, red, blue, 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 red.
This other side, they created two sides, Republican, Democrats. I don't like that they say the right wing or the left wing. I mean, they're both on the same bird, aren't they?
Yeah, really. But you know what? I think that what's happened is that the voters have said they're tired of this BS.
Yeah.
And the sensible Republicans and the people are just like, this is ridiculous. All this election denying and all these things that just aren't true. And this crazy right-wing fringe. And then people are sick of the white national Christians.
Big time, yes.
Big time. I mean, that's like, they have done more to hurt the Christian religion than anybody in the world. It's like, forget it. Nobody wants to be called a Christian even. It's like, are you a Christian? Not that kind.
Not that kind.
Republican or Jesus Christian?
Oh, no, Rhonda.
It's like, no, it's true. It's like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
It's like people say, are you a Christian? Oh, no, I follow Jesus, but I've told you, they've bastardized the religion.
Jesus? The guy who picks our food?
Yeah, that's it, Jesus. But they have bastardized the religion so badly that if I was Jesus and came back, I would be like, you have to take Christ out of the word Christian. You just have to say shun. Shun. I'm a shun.
I'm shun.
I mean, everything he stood for is so against everything that's being preached. It's unbelievable. So, it's pretty funny. But anyway, so I'm just really thrilled that the young people came out to vote, because after all, they're the ones inheriting this country, and really the policies and things that are going to take place are going to affect them far more than us. And they want a different type of world, and they have a right to it, and they're showing up.
And it's real.
Women are saying, this is it. You get your bands off my body. And they've turned down measures in states that are traditionally red, which I'm sure they thought they would win.
How do you get rid of those people that are part of the Supreme Court and overturn that?
You do what we exactly did. State by state, you just pass it into law, and there's nothing they can do about it.
They don't care, huh?
Yep. So, and eventually we'll get rid of them because there'll be more appointed in, and their terms will go up. But in the meantime, you just go, okay, so every law we want or have, we just codify. There's nothing they can do about it.
It's nice to have something like that. It's like, I think, and when are you running in 2024?
Right, that's it, 2024.
And you're running for president, right?
President, yeah. I'm going to Rhonda for president. We're going to have a write-in campaign.
You'd be surprised if you won. Oh, no, I do not.
I'd be surprised if I get
Henry, you want to be vice president? No, wait.
I have to put my cabinet. I'd be like, okay, I need the Minister of Fun, and I need...
The Minister. Go for it.
Minister of Fun, right? And who else do you think we should have? Education, you definitely need.
Yes.
Definitely need. But education, the Minister of Fun, the Minister of Marijuana.
Yes.
Keep going. We've got to have that, right?
Keep going.
Oh, we have to have some climate change. We have to have a climate minister. And what else?
And transportation secretary.
Transportation secretary, yeah, that'd be
a real secretary, a real good-looking chick.
Yeah. Well, no, I want a good-looking man.
A good-looking
I'm
man.
having my cabinet be men.
That's a good idea.
I'd probably appoint, if I were president, I would try to appoint members of the opposing team on my cabinet. Not one, maybe just one or two, but I'd try to have somebody that represents the other side, whatever side I was on, because you don't want to disrepresent them. You don't want to say.
Because when you're doing something, especially if you're, like you said, if you appoint all these variables, it'll work in your favor.
Well, and I just think in general, everyone has a right to be represented. It's just that when they're overrepresented is the problem. And that's what's going on with the MAGAs and with the far-right Christian nationalists, is they're overrepresented. They're taking a religion that a very small percentage of the people actually go to, which is evangelical, and they're trying to, and Catholics, the hard right-line evangelical Catholics too, and they're trying to make that be the law of the land and the religion of the land, and that's not correct. And so if we want to keep a democracy, we have to stop that at all costs.
And that's true.
We have to stop that at all costs, or we cannot be a democracy. It will be a theocracy.
Theocracy.
Well, that's what it's called when a church rules a country. And, you know, there's no difference between the Taliban and some of the things that have been passed and trying to be forced on the people of this country, except they're steeped in Christianity instead of steeped in Muslim rhetoric. But to me, they're both radicals, and we need to stop the radicalism. We need to get back to a country that live and let live, and certainly.
I like that's a Beatles song, right?
Yeah, live and let die.
Live and let die.
That's a Republican motto. That's a Republican motto. Our song is something a little better. But the point is that you cannot have a group of people dictating religious beliefs, dictating what 70% of the population doesn't want because it's based on their religion, whether you believe in that or not. I mean, I'm not saying that I believe in any of these things, but I am saying that I believe in the right for people to choose. I believe in the right for people to marry who they want, to love who they want, to choose who they want, for their children.
I tried doing that and it didn't work.
Because you have a wife, then that falls by the wayside. You lose your rights then. You lose all your rights. You're lucky you're allowed to vote if you're a man when you're married.
And I like that. I like to lose my rights to her. You don't have no right, okay? Into my office, and her office is the bedroom.
Oh yeah, there you go. Sure, you always say that. And I have pearls, and you come home and slap you side of the head with a rolling pin. Bam! Shut up, Henry. Bro, I'm just gonna do it for you. Shut up, Henry.
That's too funny.
But anyway, so I mean, the political climate, it's certainly still going to could fall very easily. Republicans, but they won't have enough majority to do anything, and then there's a veto pin. So I think if it's radical, I mean, there might be some great ideas they have that should be passed, and hopefully our president is man enough and concerned about the American people enough that if there is policies presented that make sense and don't discriminate and don't harm others, that he pass them.
And like we've had some really poor presidents, I think. There's been, I would say, 4 or 5 really poor ones in there, and I don't know how they even got in there. I think Bush Jr. was kind of a really poor one.
Yeah, but he wasn't deconstructing democracy.
Not like this last one.
He was a good man, but he just was in over his head, and he picked the wrong people. He picked the wrong people.
He was in over his head.
He was.
Yeah,
and he picked the wrong people around him.
Yes.
You know, but he certainly wasn't out to destroy democracy. I mean, he's
like
drawing
Ron,
a line in the sand. He's not out there campaigning, is he?
Be like Ron to have a cabinet full of men.
Yeah.
Into my office. Come in. Why?
You know.
Department of Safety. Don't go there, Ron.
I'm not going there.
You almost did. You looked at me with that look. You had
I'm thinking
all these thoughts came through your eye. No.
But anyway,
this is the WTF show. Now keep it
That's
clean.
true.
This is a family show.
That's right. I know it is. This is I think, a wonderful sign that our country is getting back on track, and that the far right election denial people weren't elected, and that the more middle of the road people will be elected, and hopefully that'll happen with the Democrats.
Normal people who can make decisions.
Yeah. Or don't make them, but just don't hurt us.
Yeah, incredible decisions.
Yeah.
You know, tell me what you think. I'm going to change the subject a little bit about this hurricane.
I can't see you in here. There you go.
This hurricane in Florida.
There.
And I put this post up there. Okay, so you build your houses, hotels, and all your
I know, it's
to live
crazy.
on the edge of the ocean in Hurricane Alley. Oh, now what are we going to do? Look at it, destroyed everything. Let's just move it back 12 feet.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I think that
you can
I think some
drive
stuff
down
has
there.
been built there, but they should obviously not allow people to build
there at all.
anymore.
And
It has to be a mile in or something.
Yeah, just go
and
drive
as
down
it
there.
gets destroyed, you're not allowed to rebuild there.
That's
You
right.
simply have to take your money and go build somewhere else.
Yeah, and then you
know.
can walk there or go back there.
Or let them build there, but then FEMA and everything else isn't going to help you. If
Yeah.
you've had more than one hit, you're done. Get out.
You're a one-done wonder.
Yeah, but of course, someone told me that with all these hurricanes and everything, that Florida will be blue eventually because it's going to be underwater.
That's wrong, Ron.
I know, it's wrong, it's just
That's
wrong.
wrong. 'Cause
That's my Florida joke. Come on.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Say some more.
But I hope the people are safe and they get their money.
DeSantis and your buddy, that
Trump?
orange guy, were
Yeah, they're
arguing.
fighting. That's
Yeah,
great.
That was really funny.
I think it's great.
I'm going to say stuff not even your wife knows. Well, your wife might know, but I'm going to bring it out on you. What the hell is he talking about?
Oh,
you
he's
having,
crazy.
You having a gay
He's
relationship
crazy.
with him or something?
DeSantis is evil, Trump's crazy and evil.
Yeah, and they're
You know,
both having a gay
And
relationship.
they're, probably with each other.
That's why he's going to
Yeah.
bring out something there.
Yeah, that's it.
Only nobody knows.
Nobody
maybe,
knows.
Maybe your wife. but
Maybe
I
your
don't-
pool boy. It's doing both of you. Just like the guy, what was that fake religious leader, Jerry
yeah.
Falwell Jr.?
Yes.
Yeah, just like Jerry Falwell Jr. and the pool boy and his wife.
Oh
Okay,
my
that's
gosh.
great Christian
Yeah.
values. And they endorsed Trump. Of course he did. He's out having sex parties with
Yes,
him.
that's
You
right.
know,
What's
it's
that
like,
lady who was
God.
organizing it all? She went to prison.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that one, Giselle? Gisela, or whatever the hell her name is.
Yeah, come on.
That's
people.
another friend of theirs.
Mhm.
You know, it's like, okay,
You're not hiding.
I think really between Jerry Falwell Jr., Trump, and all these crazy right-wing people and the Marjorie Taylor Greens of the world, that they're making a laughing stock out of religion.
That's right.
They really are, and
they
it's
are.
sad. They're making a laughing stock out of religion. It's sad because it's driving people away. I think faith is good for people. I don't care what faith they are.
Yeah,
but it's
faith
good.
is because
Faith
you
is a
have
good thing,
the
you
energies
know.
of the
But-
conglomerate.
But if you
of
look at
everybody.
the statistics, young people are leaving churches by the droves, and it's because
Big
of this
time.
crap.
Yes,
It's because of
they're
this
looking,
crap.
What the heck
you know.
are you talking about?
It's like, yeah,
Send us your money, and I know Jesus will.
two
be-
jobs for Jesus. That's my church. 2 jobs for Jesus. 1 job for me, you, and 1 job for Jesus. And since he can't take your money, you can send it to me,
That's right.
and I'll be sure to use it wisely.
Isn't Jesus doesn't know how to manage money, right? That's what the problem is. Yeah.
That's it. You get him how to manage it. Gives it away to the poor people.
Yeah,
You gotta
see.
have somebody more Republican that'll keep it. You know? I mean, that guy, he's right there. He's close to being a socialist. They better trim that beard, get that guy out of his sandals and, get that guy out of his sandals and trim his beard and cut his hair.
Yeah, that's
You know,
right.
because he cares too much.
He's a hippie, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's a hippie.
Remember that was the thing, long hair, sandals.
Oh, yeah, just like Jesus, yeah.
Tie-dye shirts. Did you ever do tie-dye shirts?
Oh, of course, everybody had tie-dyed stuff.
How'd you tie-dye yours?
I don't remember. I think we
The
tied rubber
rubber
bands
bands,
around
yeah.
it.
And
Yeah, we
just
threw it in the
dip 'em
washing
in.
machine, and then we wrecked the washing machine with a dye. That was pretty much it. And your mom would call you an idiot, and you
What
have
did
to
you do that for?
clean the washing machine out with bleach for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what had happened.
Yeah. And it was fun.
Um,
Were you ever hippie? Did you ever? Now there's another thing that women used to do back in the day is to burn their bra.
we didn't wear them.
What was that about?
Well, people were just tired. It was symbolic of being chained in. Let them roam free.
Oh.
Let them loose. It's okay when you're young, but you realize that there's a benefit to a bra when you get older.
And you think about it. You know, Nikki
I don't
had
have to wear it that anymore.
Nikki had a show here. She had this gal. She was on NBC, ABC, and all that about makeovers. She's a
Mhm.
makeover artist, and she helped Nikki get to this makeover. And Nikki was telling me she even showed me how to wear a bra. I know.
There's a right way to wear it.
There's a right way to wear it,
Yeah.
to how to pull it tight and to make it.
Yeah,
look-
there's a right way to tuck in.
Yeah, and then you have them right up here so the
You know,
guys can look
But,
at the
I don't have to
cleavage.
worry about any of that. I have all fake now, so I don't have to wear a
You can
bra.
see your cleavage up here.
Yeah, it's up here.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have to worry about any of that. So speaking of that, get
I
your
do.
mammograms.
I got the
Man boobs?
titties.
Got moobs?
I
He's
got
got
man
moobs.
boobs.
Oh no, moobs.
Boobs.
Yeah, you don't have moobs. Maybe a little. Maybe a little. You'll know if you hold a baby kitten and it starts trying to suckle.
That's wrong in all levels. A baby kitten. Where are we going to find a baby kitten? Yeah, where are we going to find
I'm
a
just
baby
telling
kitten?
you. But no. But anyway, this is a reminder. Get your mammogram since we're talking about.
So you want me to
boobs.
go get a mammogram?
You should. Men should
Who's
get
gonna,
them
who's
too.
going to give me a mammogram?
A man will. I mean,
No,
a
I
woman
don't want
will.
no man.
A man-
Give
You
me
get a
a
mammogram. You just got to get one. If you have breast cancer in your family and you are a
No,
man,
you're not going to play with my titties.
I don't want to, believe me.
Well, you looked at me like you're going to bring a little
That-
kitty in here
here's
to
the-
suck my titty. No, Rhonda.
You're out of your
That's
mind.
awful.
I didn't say that.
I heard you
John
say
kind
it.
of said it.
If
But
you
here's the
say it,
deal,
then
this is
you act like you
serious.
don't say nothing, and when I say it, it's not good, right?
This is serious. Okay, serious. If you're a man, breast cancer's in your family, you need to have a mammogram because
You
men
told me I have
die
to go
from
get me
breast
a
cancer.
kitty to
Hardly men.
test it out.
Not a lot of men get breast cancer, but if they do, a lot of men die from
You're
it.
giving me that look.
I know, because I'm
It's a
stopping the kitty.
Stopping the kitty. It's a WTF show, Ron.
Stop! I know what the. What the you know what? God,
What?
stop! You're being insane.
You're the one.
There's Sue Weaver. She says hi. Kathy Myers-May says hi. Hello, Karen Mahoney.
Yeah,
hi.
you
Sue
better
Weaver.
change the subject.
She
You're
said,
the one
watch
who
out for
brought it up.
2024. DeSantis would not say he would not run for president. That's okay. I think that Trump's got such a big ego, he'll run independent. And this is my biggest hope. He runs independent, DeSantis runs. The split vote is so split between the Republicans, the Democrats are going to sweep everything.
You know who I think would make a really good president?
Me?
Is our governor.
Oh, our governor. Yeah, I do too.
He
Great.
is really good. He's done
He's
a
great.
lot of good things.
Well,
Plus-
he's won by a landslide, did you see?
Plus, he's got his, he married a male, so
Mhm.
that would help him in that respect. It would just be overall, and then he speaks fluent Spanish.
That helps.
So
I think
everything.
I
would
think
just do
he'd
a
be
good job.
great. He's a good
He's got
governor.
the gay part, and he's got the Spanish speaking. He would just kick ass.
I love him. I like him to stay in Colorado though, because I don't want to lose him. He's that good.
Go crazy in the
think of
White
all the
House.
wonderful things that have happened.
Yes.
With him, he really is good. He's eliminating state income tax on Social Security.
Wow.
He's cut down temporarily, at least, your home taxes, your property tax, because everybody's property gets so high in the value.
Yeah, and then it's
so,
like
so he's cut that
$4,000
down a
a
little
year.
bit. He's giving a refund on that. He has, let's see, in addition to those two things, what else has he done? He's done a number of things, but I'm trying to think because I can't think right now. But a lot of things that he's doing are helping I think our state, and our state's doing very well, money-wise, and we had a refund. Now that's not him; that's part of the law. But he had to manage the state well enough to have a surplus so that we would have the refund.
Nice, yeah.
He didn't decide to give it to us. That was all done by law, but that's good. The other thing that he's looking at is changing the residency laws for seniors, because right now you have to be in your home like 10 years before you can get that free no property tax or to reduce property tax as a senior. Well, most of us downsize. We sell our big homes and we move.
And go to the
And
smaller
so
stuff,
then we don't have that ability. So I think he's going to look at it based on how long you've lived and paid property tax in the
all
state.
that time,
Yeah, versus just in one particular home, the homestead thing. Because like we were in our house 20 years or 25 years, our second home, the first one like 8 years, and then we moved into the townhouse, and because of that, we don't get the deduction being seniors.
You're a senior?
Yeah.
You don't look it.
Thank you.
You've always looked really nice, Rhonda.
You're sweet.
I'm going to say it here live. I always do that to you.
You do, I know.
That's what you get.
What do we got up there? Any comments or any?
Nothing yet.
Okay, who's from where? We'll say hi to the people around the world.
I sure will.
We're going to do it. It's a small world. It's a small world after all. It's our lead-in. Okay, what do we got? We got a lot up there. London. All right, London. We've got, oh my gosh, this is
Nairobi,
Oh,
Sakota,
Nairobi,
Winnipeg, Queens, New York,
Queens, New York, Bordeaux,
Dublin,
France. Wow.
Amsterdam. And the reason why you're
London,
getting a lot of this is because on
Amsterdam.
the other side of the world, it's like early in the morning and stuff, and so they're 8 hours difference out there. So
Look at all that. My goodness.
you're kicking some butt.
Of kicking some butt. People are just hopping on left and right, aren't they? Whoa.
Look at Windows 98. I can't believe it.
I can't even believe how many people are coming on. It's just like you should see this thing. It's just like a solid stream of people coming on.
Well, because they know Rhonda Shea's
that's-
on. Rhonda, can we go over 5
There
minutes?
must be like 50 people in 5 seconds.
This I always want to say this because you hardly do shout outs about yourself.
I know.
You hardly toot your own horn, but I like to do that. If you guys don't know who Rhonda Shea is, she's been around radio and TV for a long, long time. And one of my favorite things to brag about her is Kim KIMN radio. That was one of the most fun stations.
One of the most fun jobs I've ever had. It was one of the greatest stations I've ever worked for.
Kim Radio AM. And back then, AM was the only thing that was out there. There was no FM. There was no stream. There was nothing. It was just that, and it was fun.
And Kim was, it was a promotional giant. Being the
Giant size.
being the promotion manager, creative services director at Kim, radio was like, you can't really even compare it because of the size and the magnitude of the things that we produced.
That's
I
right.
mean, we produced the Skyfire. I produced that. There was 250,000 people attended it. And we did everything.
What'd
from
you
the
think of
egress
that,
to the
Rhonda? When you
egress,
do you have
know.
pictures of that?
I do have pictures. I should bring them someday.
You should bring pictures and give them to me. Let me put them behind us.
Okay, I will do that.
And let's do a whole show on your.
Kim, I can bring in some of the DJs. We
Yeah,
can Stu and
we were talking about doing that. You should put that together.
We're gonna do it for the New Year. See if they all want to hop on.
Oh yeah, and just bring them in. If they want to zoom in, they can. I bring them in.
But the old
live.
AM 95 Kim was really one of the last AM rockers when people, the teenagers and the folks grew up here that lived with that station. That was it. That was our station, and it was a powerhouse. And to be able to work there was the honor and pleasure of my life. And for the incredible general manager Steve Keeney, who I adore, it was really truly one of the greatest things that I've ever done. I'm very proud to have worked there. And I always used to tell everybody that part of my job was managing the Kim Chicken. And Chicken Little. So I used to tell everybody that I had the greatest job in Denver. I had 2 men, because back then women weren't in radio and women didn't boss men around. I said, hey, I have 2 men that work for me and they both wear their peckers on their face. It was the chicken.
It was the cutest thing to say, though.
I'm like, gosh, I was like, because I was young when I worked there, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Do you have anybody that works for you? I said, yeah, 2 men. They both wear their peckers on their face. They're the Kim Chicken and Chicken Little.
That was fun stuff. That was fun times.
Oh, it was
and,
fun.
we talk about
we were all like a big family there.
Yeah,
we'd fight a little, we'd laugh a little, we'd love a little. It was all,
And there was
fun.
sad times too. That you'd have the sad times, but you'd always overcome because you were a family of a radio station that was big, lively, and it put out so much.
It was truly a family.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and some of my friends to this day are people that work there, and some of the greatest DJs that work there.
And let me tell you how Rhonda developed her show here. Because a while back we had somebody, I think it was, I forgot her name.
Oh, I know, but anyway.
Yeah, and she brought you on, and it was for your photography.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and so Laura Pageant.
Yeah, Laura, I love Laura.
And so she brought you on as for photography, and then you made just one little tiny statement about Kim, and bink!
And he's like, wait a minute, get on the air.
I know. You didn't take me, but I mean,
I
it was
wasn't
only
on
about,
the air at Kim.
No, but there was only 3 seconds or 5 seconds of you mentioning that I heard that. It just lifted my ears up, and after you got
what you learned from Kim Radio was good radio.
Yeah.
How to make good radio, how to make theater of the mind.
Yes.
And you also, I wasn't on the air except I was some weird voice, like the mother of John Elway or the mother of the chicken, or like they'd have a promo and they'd need somebody to sound like an old lady or that kind of stuff.
I used to love to do that. I used to do this one called Old School Fool.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I'd call in on the radio to the DJs. Every DJ here wanted me to call in as Old School Fool,
Oh, gosh.
And I'd put on the Mexican accent, and I'd act like I was cruising around in Denver in my lowrider.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
That's
horrible.
so stereotypical.
It was.
Jesus.
And everybody loved it because it was so stereotypical.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Everybody loved it. And I would say stuff like, I got my girlfriend in here, man, and then she sat on my iPhone and made it an iPad. And stuff like that. I would just make up stuff as I went, And it was just over the telephone. It wasn't live or nothing. But everybody loved it. Are you going to get Old School Fool in there? Everybody would ask.
Old School Fool, that's a good one. They used to have me be the chicken's mother every once in a while. I'd call in and bitch about something he did. The chicken was I love Jimmy Fulcher, who was the chicken. And
he was crazy, though.
He was crazier than a poop house rat. He was nuts. But he would, and I loved him. But I mean, honestly, he would do things like I'd get phone calls because he had a temper. And people would try to beat up the Kim Chicken. No, I'm not kidding. They would beat him up.
Because they get so mad.
Well, they'd just be in a costume, and people think they can punch a costume or hit a costume, or they think and they tackle him at the games, and so he got finally at the point where if they tried anything, he'd smack them back, or he'd call them a name. Yeah. And so I would get phone calls like Monday I'd come back and he'd be in a Bronco game or had done something. I'd pick up the phone in my office and I would hear the Kim Chicken called me a MF at the Bronco game, and I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry. Okay, bye. I mean, it would be like the Kim Chicken told me to F off. But one time, the best call I ever got was he was driving to Alameda, I think, high school, or to the football stadium over on by the Federal Center, and for the high school football championship or something. And those were always hard because kids always beat them up. And so it was like you had to send a bodyguard. So anyway, he's driving there, and on the way there, he gets a flat tire, and he's in the chicken suit. So he gets out, and he has to put the head on because he can't be seen without the head. So he's standing out there with the head on, looking at his flat tire, and he's so mad, he's cussing at the top of his lungs, and he's kicking the the car.
Yeah.
And he's like, God damn it, I got a phone call. I saw the Kim Chicken, he was cussing his head up and kicking and beating a car up on the side of the road. My kids were appalled. I was like, okay.
Oh, well.
I mean, it got to be a regular thing. It was pretty funny.
And the Kim Chicken was very popular. Everybody wanted to have
loved
him.
him. And Jim was a great guy. But, I mean, you know, every once in a while when kids are tackling you, you might say, get off me, you little shits.
Yeah,
you know,
they
get
get pissed
trouble.
off. Start kicking them back and stuff, you know. So.
Yeah.
And so that's why I like to toot your horn, Rhonda. That's how we found you. And you were in here for photography, and you do extremely good photographs. And I've seen them.
Thank you.
The clarity is like, how do you do that? And because you see it with your eye, and you know how to just capture that moment.
You know, photography, which is, I should bring in some of those too one time.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Photography is something that I love so much because, oh, there's Tamara. Hi, Tamara. That's Tammy. I'm going to say Tammy because that's what I used to call her, but that's Tamara. She went to junior high and high school with me. She's a great person. She lives out on the East Coast.
Well, me and Tamara went to separate high schools together.
Yeah, you did, and different times too.
Yeah.
She's younger than you. Anyway, what was I saying now? I lost with the photography. So the interesting thing about photography is anybody can take a photo.
Yep.
And today with the technology, anybody can make that photo look pretty good. But really, what a camera does for you, especially when it's
a good
camera,
quality,
but even an iPhone, is the camera's only as good as the person who's using it.
And who's
it
capturing
becomes
it.
an extension of your eye.
And that's what I was telling you about what you do.
Of your passion. And so when you take a photo, if you notice the difference when a photo really says something or means something or you have a feel for it, it's because the photographer, whether they're professional or not, is able to use the camera as an extension of their own self.
Nice.
And that's when it shows beauty and when it really pops the difference between somebody that's a very, you know, you're doing it all the time as a hobby, almost a professional hobby, and someone who's just snapping a picture. Because have you ever noticed you can be in the same room and somebody takes a picture and it's just a picture of people eating at a dinner, or somebody else takes the picture and it brings you right into it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's how you capture that moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice moments, and this is how you started your career here at KUHS, doing this fantastic show, the WTF show.
It used to be wasn't that fantastic, but ever since like 2016, the WTF became actually what it really means.
What the fish
We've been living in this like weirdo like alter environment for years. I don't know. I mean, it's like, well, whoever thought? No, seriously, did you ever think in your lifetime you would see a bunch of morons storm a Capitol?
That's not the craziest thing in the world.
Because
and
like
nobody
the
do
vote
nothing.
went.
Yeah.
I mean, or would you expect that you would see people that are like freaking out over like holding up entire highways being built over like a frog? You know, I mean, both sides. It's like, are you kidding me? What happened to common sense? Where is it?
It's gone.
And you know, and that's.
And then men being girly men.
Oh, the man bun. I hate man bun.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm sorry. If you're wearing a man bun, cut that off right now.
It's like,
there's something seriously wrong with you.
There is.
You're going to have erectile dysfunction by the time you're 40 if you wear a man bun. Take it off your head.
And you know, we talk about.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
We talk about you having your show. We're going to welcome DJ Rob Bass.
I know. I can't wait till he gets back.
He's in the house right now.
He's awesome. You guys are going to love him coming up.
Yeah,
He's going to spin some great tunes and.
He's going to come on at 4. He's going to be on from 4 to 4:05.
He's a powerhouse.
He's going to do 5 minutes.
5 minutes and get the hell out. The police are looking for him. But no, he says. Oh, the probation officer.
He's got the probation officer with him.
Where's the ankle bracelet? There it is. Okay. No, he is just gonna blow you away. This guy is so talented, you will not believe it. You are gonna love the music. Do not tune out when he comes on, because actually my music's a little old, and you know.
Oh no, it's not.
His stuff.
And you look at me when you say old and dated.
Yeah, it is. It's old and dated, but no, not all of it. Actually,
not all of it.
I have some that's only 20 years old instead of 50. You know, but you know. He's going to get on here and he is just going to blow you away.
It's going to be nice. Yeah. And that's, you know, I like to toot Rhonda's horn because a lot of people don't know her. A lot of her background is beautiful. And then she was part of the Disney Channel?
Radio Disney, yeah.
Radio Disney and a lot of other quality,
here in Denver,
pushes for the radio. And we like to bring seriously seasoned pros in here. And that's what we've done with the likes of Paul Chavez, Cha-Cha Chavez. We had this young protege named Jesse. But he walked himself out. So when they're young like that, they don't know what they have until they walk themselves out.
Yeah, that's true.
But he was extremely good. So we've had all these.
You've had a lot of fun people on here.
Yes.
And you know what's fun about it is it can be radio like radio was intended.
Yes.
It was intended to be fun. It was intended to be local. It was intended to at least have a flair in it. If it's not local, at least have some aspect of humanity, not like some one program director picking every song and never breaking a record and never
being
challenging
exactly
anything.
1 second
You
on
know,
time.
all corporate and only breaks here and only breaks there, and you're all of those things that
Now here's what's
that have
happening.
taken radio and they've kind of sanitized it.
And
And
here's what's
really it was raw at one point, which is why DJ Rabe is such a good name.
and here's what the KUHS has done. We brought this value back into the system, and this type of programming of what Rhonda was just saying. Now, the thing about us, we do all genres, and we've been listening to all the other stations. They're flipping into all genre. The 101.5 oldies is now all genre, just like you would think you're listening to KUHS.
Cool, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I helped launch Cool.
and so there's all these variables going on that they're all changing up because they know all genres are critical because everybody listens to everything now. Country sounds like upbeat rock, and sometimes it sounds like rap. I was hearing a song the other night.
Oh, they've wrecked country. I'm sorry. I like the country from like the
Oh,
70s
like,
and 80s.
I found my thrill on Rhonda's hill.
Oh, hey. That's not nice.
I didn't say nothing wrong.
Okay.
Oh, but you can talk about kitties on my titty.
Kitties on your
You did. That was the most funniest thing in the world.
Stop it! Now I'm losing it. This
Yeah.
is very professional.
No, it was,
God.
it was hilarious.
Kitties on your titty.
You did, Rhonda.
I did. Okay, I'm
it was
sorry.
so funny. You see me just sitting there looking at you, and you bring a titty and you hug it. I mean, kitty.
Well,
You
yeah.
tell what's wrong.
You tell if you have man boobs. That's how you tell. You hold a little kitty. If it starts to suckle, you know you better lose some weight. You know, get back to the gym. Jesus, come on.
Jesus, come on.
You know, it's pretty sad. I can bring you some of my bras since my mastectomies. I don't need them anymore. So
What
I
are you
can,
telling me?
so you can
No,
hold
because
your
she went
man
from-
boobs up.
She just went from the kitty on the titty now to, here, I got some man bras for you.
Yeah, you can just wear those.
Yeah, and they look good on you. They
I was
look
going
like
to get my
sports
husband, but he
bras.
didn't like them. He likes red.
We'll tie-dye them for you. I'll tie-dye them real nice for you. You can wear them without a
Oh,
shirt.
God.
What do you think? I'll start a new trend. The man bun with the tie-dyed.
Yeah, what if the man bun people get man boobs?
Yeah.
Man buns and moobs. That's going to be like, oh my God, that is like,
And you got
oh.
ED.
And then they clear them first, nobody know what the hell they are.
ED 440, right? That's so funny. Because that's like true. They're making men manly, from manly to girly man.
Yeah, I like masculine men.
Yes, that's
Myself.
a lot of
I
men-
really do.
Men love. I mean, women do love that.
I like masculine men.
That's
Sometimes
why
you
I
have to.
walk around, hey, baby.
Sometimes you have to keep them in their place because they get a little rambunctious. But I like masculine
Yeah.
men. I like men who are men.
Yeah, men, strong,
Yeah.
solid men.
Men are men,
Yeah, not girly men.
not girly men. I don't like
man buns. Yeah, that's crazy.
I like gay men. They're like wonderful. But men who are like girly but not gay, there's something wrong with that. Just be gay. Admit it. Or else be a man. But this in between stuff bothers me. I don't know what the hell. It's like
In between stuff, right?
I'm just kidding.
No, you're
But
not.
I do love gay men. Honestly, if I could choose, like the people that I'd want to hang around with all the time, it would be gay men because they are smart and they're funny
You
and they're
think
just
so?
caustic sometimes.
You think so?
Yes. And not all of them. There's some assholes that are gay men too. But
Well,
I would hang
I
around
mean,
with
you're
fun
like
gay men.
exposing me now.
I know, Henry. Stop it. You're not doing it very well.
I'm not doing very too manly, too masculine.
You can't do it.
You can't do it. I tried. I mean, it's for fun. Come on, it's a WTF show. I try to just put a little flavor in there, and you go just wreck it.
I know. I do it. But,
Why do
okay.
you do that, Ron?
I don't know. I just can't help myself. It's like an illness.
And I know. And don't you sometimes at parties or around congregations of people, you hear and see things, and it just comes to you right away. You want to say something.
I know. I
You
can't. And I
can't
can't
help it.
help it.
I know.
Because I really try to. Like, I'm going to be good. I'm not going to say anything
And then it
rude.
just
And then it just
rolls.
falls out of my mouth.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, I'm not going to pick on, like, for example, the orange has been. And then it just
It just
falls
goes.
out of my mouth. I can't help it.
And everybody looks
You know,
at you, okay,
It's
Ron,
like,
huh?
okay. I'm actually a nice person, though, to most people.
No,
And,
she's not.
and I do care about people. I care about all of our people in the country, but I just think that we can't have a small fraction of people wagging the tail can't wag the dog, and that's what's going on with
Big time,
with
yeah.
all the far right. And so, and the far left tries, but they don't have enough of them yet. So it's the far right that's wagging the dog. And if we can keep a little more centered on both sides, I think we'll do really well. We do have to admit there's climate change, folks. I mean,
Big time, huh?
Texas is the dumbest state in the world,
Yes,
I've
yeah.
got a new song for Texas. It's what was it? The moon shines bright. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Deep in the heart of Texas. But
Texas.
anyway, it goes, the people are dumb.
You're gonna get in trouble. Texas, let me
Deep
see.
in the heart of Texas.
Isn't up there.
Are they up there? Oops.
Oops.
They're probably not listening. I'm a demon. But I'm a demon to those people.
Here's what I don't like.
They don't
sometimes,
believe it.
I heard this the other day that this gal, she lived by herself, and she woke up one night and she was getting a really nice back rub. But she lives by herself, so she couldn't understand. She goes, "There's a demon in my house," and she liked it.
She liked it.
There's more to it, but I'm not going to say.
Oh, it's probably you. You probably snuck in.
No, I did not.
I don't want to hear
Just
about
like it. I snuck in just like it. Don't worry about me breaking into your house. Just like it,
Yeah, you like it.
You like it.
And but anyway,
what's the good food? I know you ate some good food over the weekend. You went and got something really tasty. What was it?
we went to La Loma.
I just knew it.
Yeah,
Look at her. She's all lit up and all happy.
Mm.
Yeah.
That is the best Mexican food, I swear. And it's too expensive though. We had,
Yeah,
get this, we had 4 bowls of green chili
Right.
with tortillas.
Right.
We each had not an alcohol drink, a non-alcohol beverage, okay? And we had 2 orders of the mini rellenos. You know how much
Ooh.
that came to?
$79.
tax? $170 with tax.
What?
It was, yeah. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculously expensive with tax.
$170.
It was 160. I'm sorry, it's 160. Yeah, with tip, tax and tip, 160 bucks. For
Well,
4 things of chili
I could
and
go
some
make
chili.
you-
So you know what? Fine. I told my husband. I said, do not. It's my favorite Mexican restaurant. I love their chili, but I said, do not take me there anymore because I have a visceral response when a bill comes for 4 bowls of chili and basically 14 mini rellenos and 4 iced teas. That's $150 friggin' dollars, and then you have to add tax and tip on it.
You can come in and give me $25. I'll make you some chili.
Yeah, okay.
I just said okay like that. All right.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like it's like $135 with tax and
Lord
tip.
have
It's like
mercy.
150, 160 bucks.
Jeez.
That is wrong.
Yeah, it is. Wrong on 10 levels.
Yeah.
Well, this guy was talking to me the other day, saying he went and bought 18 eggs and it was $5.99.
Wow.
18 eggs. He says, I'm not
Well,
gonna
eggs
eat,
there's an egg shortage right now.
I'm not going to eat eggs no more.
Well, you know why?
Why?
Because they found salmonella in like a whole bunch of eggs, and so they had to get rid of them all. So they're like the supply for eggs is really low.
Well, when you make the eggs, and when you fry them up, don't they?
You can't eat an egg that's bad. You know how you tell they're bad?
How?
If you put them in a pan of water, if the egg floats up, then it's an old egg, and you should probably not eat it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because you know they kind of float.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah.
Those are bad eggs.
I didn't know
Or
that.
they have the potential for being bad eggs. So.
Wow.
A bad egg, just like you, Henry.
No,
It's a
I'm not
bad egg. But
no, they don't call them bad eggs like me. What is that other word? It's bad.
apple,
Yeah, bad apple.
and it spoils the whole bunch too.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, one bad apple does spoil the whole bunch. Just look at Trump. He did. Hey, well, he did. He spoiled like the whole party.
Spoiled
They're gonna
everything.
implode. That party is just if they can't
He
win.
was so livid because everybody he endorsed lost.
Well, here's the thing. For the party, this was the best victory for an incumbent president for a midterm election in like 50 years.
Wow.
Because they always lose seats. And the fact that the economy was down and all that, you would have thought they'd lost more. But they didn't. And they didn't partially because of Roe v. Wade, partially because of all this anti-democracy behavior, and all this right-wing crazy nut job people that are,
Crazy
that have
stuff.
taken the megaphone of the party. And if the party's going to get back, and I hope it does get back, because we need 2 parties, and we need a good, solid Republican Party.
Big time.
I was Republican for my entire life until Obama. I switched with Obama, but I started voting Democrat with Obama, and I changed my affiliation as soon as I saw Trump was the nominee.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was like done. I ain't doing that, But we do need both parties, and we need a solid Republican Party that's fiscally responsible, has a kind heart, and can understand today's world. Instead, they're clinging on to a past history. They're trying to take us back 50 years with Roe v. Wade, with religious stuff being infused into our system, with prejudiced, bigoted responses and remarks, trying to suppress voters. None of this is what the Republican Party stands for. It really wasn't. If it is today, though.
And,
And so we got to take it back. It's got to come back. Because we need two parties. We need two parties. We have to keep each other in check, or the people in Washington go nuts on both sides. So we got to have two viable parties that represent the majority of people, which are somewhere a little left or a little right.
Big time.
And that's what we need. But we haven't been able to get there. But maybe this election, I thought, was gave us that hope, because they elected Republicans that weren't part of that craziness. I mean, J.D. Vance is, but you're going to have a few of them, and Marjorie Taylor Greene got reelected, but you're going to have a few of them. But overall, the public is saying, we're tired of this.
And you wonder how they get reelected. Who's voting? People really like that, huh? People like that. It's really strange.
I don't know how they get elected to begin with. But you got to be some special kind of stupid to elect a Marjorie Taylor Greene. Or you got to be some special kind of stupid to elect Herschel Walker.
That's another one.
Honest to God, the man is a liar. He won the Leisman Trophy. That's it. He is the biggest liar that ever lived. You sit there and listen to him. It's like, oh my God, women have had abortions, but he's anti-abortion. But he forced his girlfriends to have them. He didn't child support. He ditched his kids. He's got 9 kids by 15 different people. Or I should say 15 kids by 9 different people.
You heard what happened to him on Halloween, right?
Yeah.
He thought the kids at the door were
looking for child support.
Yeah, that's what he thought.
No, not mine.
And he thought a runoff was to run away from the kids that were looking for him, right? That's what he thought a runoff was.
And in spite of all that, okay, maybe that doesn't make him a good senator or not. But what does have problems is he's got multiple personality disorder. That's what the fancy name means. It means, remember Sybil, the freaking movie Sybil, where people have different. That's what that is. You got a guy who had played Russian roulette with his head, tried to shoot a cop. Can't put string a sentence together. And
they're still voting for him.
And they're still voting for him.
They put him in there just like a mess.
It's a disservice to this country. It's a disservice to the Republicans. It's a disservice to people of color.
Well, they knew what they were doing.
It is. They did. And you really think he's and that disorder is not. It doesn't get better. Like if you read about it, there isn't any medication. They can't make it better. They can kind of go through therapy and get it kind of a little bit better, but they can't completely make it better. So, and he's got the head injuries from football. You get somebody in there, and he doesn't know anything. So, but and then you've got Reverend Warnock, who's actually a very intelligent man, who's been a reverend, who has his personal differences. He's had a few issues come up, like everybody, but not like excessive. And he's not running on this platform anti-abortion, except for me and all the women that I've boinked over the years. They get to get one, but not you. Not you. It's for me, but not for thee. Vote. How can you vote for people like that? And then
get him, Rhonda, get him.
I'm sorry. And the vilification of immigrants is beyond measure and beyond ignorance to me. I'm sorry.
Big time.
Like even people seeking asylum. I've heard people say, well, they're because if they hear the word migrant, people immediately assume that it means illegal. They put them all in one category now because they're not smart enough to know that the difference. Migrant means you move. You move from one place to another. Birds migrate. People migrate. Coloradans move. Texans, try to move here. Want to go home. You've got, people. Oh, bless you, Henry. He's got 3. Hey, there you go. One more. More. Oh my God. COVID. Ah.
Put on a mask.
Ah. COVID.
You know what it is? I'm allergic to Rhonda.
That's it. But you have got people vilifying good, honest people. And it makes me crazy like that. We have to have border control. We have to do those things. But we do not need to make villains out of people who just want a better life.
But when they say border patrol, I want to know what the border is. Is like a line?
Yeah.
What?
It's a line in the sand.
Press.
There you go. What is that?
That means I can enter.
Come on in.
Oh,
say hi.
You got a show?
Hey.
Oh, live?
It's DJ Robes.
Hey, what's happening, WTF? I'm back. How you doing?
I'm glad you're back.
Can I touch you and hug you?
Yeah,
Can I
of
shake
course.
your hand? Oh,
I'll shake
how
your
are
hand.
you?
Good. It's good to see you,
Good
honey.
to see you. I
We're
love
so
your
glad
show.
you're
I
back.
tune in.
Thank you.
You probably didn't even know I'm following you.
No.
Follow her. Make sure you go to KUHSdenver.com every Saturday from 2 to 3 p.m.
3 to
down, 3 to 4.
Yep.
Down daytime for the WTF. I don't know what the F means, but
Yeah, hey, can mean,
it could be
it
food.
changes, it depends on the mood.
It means mother, father.
It means on your haircut. Doesn't she have a beautiful haircut?
I tell
like
her.
that.
Thank you.
You got that, like, that Fidelsa song. That,
Oh,
like,
thank you. I did it myself, you know.
Oh, you
I
did?
cut my own hair.
Look at
Yeah.
it. Ron's like,
You should cut my
nothing
hair.
ain't
I just cut my
I was
own. I
ready.
decided during the COVID, you know, when you're locked inside for a year, and I'm like, I can just mess my hair up nonstop for an entire year until I figure out how to do it.
So what does
I did.
Oh, look at, man, I've been working on my looks for 50 years.
You know, there's some
Not
things.
too bad.
You look
So
all right.
what does the F stand for, like?
It was fantastic
Oh,
originally.
fantastic. So
But
what
yeah.
the fantastic?
What, yeah, wasn't this fantastic?
Okay, so you're here every Saturday from 3 to 4.
Yep.
Now daytime.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you lock in. We're on Roku, we're on iTunes.
We're gonna lock and
TuneIn,
load.
We're on KUHSdenver.com.
We're on KIMN radio.
Oh, we're on
No.
Oh, let's go back to KRZN.
Oh, yeah, oh my
Boogeyman.
God, yeah, the Boogie, I know
The
Boogie's a
Boogeyman.
friend.
All right, make sure you stay locked in. I'm gonna be back here.
Boogie is a.
DJ Robes, the press old school,
Stay tuned.
doing the old school live jam. But I take requests, dedication, shout outs, and if you just wanna say what's up, just give me a holler.
Hop on, because
We
it's a
have
great
a number.
show.
What's
It's a
our
great
number?
show. What's the number?
What's our number?
I don't use a phone number because I don't want people calling.
Oh,
It's right here.
It is. Pointing at.
203860513.
There you go. Once again.
Now somebody's gonna call me.
720-38605.
I don't wanna
Okay.
call.
I love you. God bless you guys. Peace.
too.
Much love. I gotta go get ready for my
Get
show.
ready for your show.
All right.
Boy, he bombed your show.
I love it. I love it. I want it to
Because you were
promote it.
talking about your hair.
And well,
Rhonda,
oh,
let's talk about your hair, baby.
Is it pretty?
Oh,
Yeah. Wow.
I can still pull it.
Can still pull it, he said.
She got a vision right away. She got a
I know.
vision.
He's funny.
She got this vision. She goes, ooh, my hair.
No.
You big boy, get in here again.
Aquanet or rave?
Aquanet, oh my God. That's a
Let me wrap your hair and
The
you'll
white
get.
bottle with the pink label, Aquanet.
Yes, that's it. I have to spray the heck out of it to keep it up.
Remember when you used to fall asleep at night with your hairdo?
Oh, yeah, you put in the rollers?
Yeah.
You know, and I had long hair like that.
Rhonda
in high
never
school.
fell asleep
But
at night.
The best thing
With her
that,
hairdo.
the best thing that happened was the hippie age came in when I was in high school.
Oh,
So my
yeah.
long hair got to be straight and just be like there. You know, it was really long until, I had long hair, really long, like back length, until, oh gosh, I don't know. I think it was my junior or senior year, and they shaved it all off. I went to France,
They
and
never pulled it hard enough.
no,
Well, the thing is, she's still doing the mattress mambo all night
oh,
long.
stop it. Okay, here we go.
With your long hair.
No.
You never got tumbled over?
Yeah, I guess you get stuck, you know. I had really long hair, so I went to France
See,
with really long hair.
she can tell me.
This is the story, let me tell you. I went to France with really long hair. And the fad in France was Twiggy at the time with all the, right? So I had my head shaved off and I literally came back with no hair. And my best friend's little sister, who was about 5 at the time or 4, took one look at me and she used to love me and hid in a closet and didn't speak to me till she was like 12.
I bet you got the scissors when you're like 3 and cut your own hair off.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you.
My
huh?
kids did that too.
So you're a flower child from the 70s?
Mhm.
You had,
She brewed her bra,
so
too.
you used to blow dry your underarm hair?
Yeah, no, I used to shave.
Oh, you shaved your
I'm
legs?
Italian, let me tell you something. If I
Oh,
ever shaved, I
Italian.
would look like the missing link. There would be hair from here to my
Do
ankle.
you know the eyebrows attached now, these girls?
I know, I've seen that.
I
It's so
know.
weird, isn't it?
It's like Sharpie,
I know.
101.
It's a Sharpie 101. I swear to God, no, I'm serious. If I did not shave, I would just be like, I would look like Cousin It. I would look like Cousin It.
The thing is, that some of these chicks wear those big long eyelashes.
I know.
No guy has ever said, I love your eyelashes. Just come over here and wink at me so I can air me off.
It's a butterfly kiss.
Have you ever had a butterfly kiss?
And
You know what they
if
are?
you're in their face too close and your eyelashes touch,
Yeah.
you're copping the court date.
Oh, you're copping a court date.
So, do you know what a butterfly kiss is?
No.
Besides with those.
No, that's all I know, and if it's worse, I don't want to know.
Okay, so
Okay,
let's chill out then.
Okay, don't
I can't
say
believe
it.
you talk like this to me.
Okay, just, you know.
She had
It's when you, like,
a
just
kitty,
kids with
a
your
teeny
eyelash.
kitty coming after me.
Kitty?
Uh,
Just
Yeah,
I like
well,
it.
no, she says if you get the kitty to,
You better go confession, bro.
I did.
He
I
did
said,
it.
bless me, Father, for I said, I've been messing with this chick out down the street. He goes, what's her address? I can't go to confession no more after that.
No, you can't. That's it. What's your address? I was sleeping with Mary Jane. And what's her address?
Yeah, see, it's
Oh,
like-
that's funny. I like that. That's good. That's good.
It's a Catholic joke.
I
It's
know,
not Christian. You were talking about Christians earlier. That was pretty good.
It's not all are bad. I mean, there's some wonderful churches out there doing good things. It's just when they start to believe that their religion and it's their right and their God-given duty to make sure that we live in a theocracy versus a democracy that bothers me. That's when it bothers me. And it's like I go to church. I mean, I believe in God, but the reality is I don't believe that my God that my belief in my God that gives me the right to tell you how to believe, how to pray, how to live, and what to do with your life. That's not up to me. That's
I
up
live
to
in a
you.
democracy.
You know? A what?
Oh, you're
A mom-
outvoted.
a
A
mom-
democracy? The women rule? That's what we're going into.
He's outvoted.
I know.
It's a democracy.
Yeah.
a
He's
mom.
al jefe.
Yeah.
He's El Jefe, and he's
I'm not
living in a
afraid. I'm not
democracy.
afraid.
But
Yes,
I
I
think
am.
that's a great name. We're going to start calling it the Mamocracy because the women are like stepping up and they're voting them out. All right, well, we're just about done because we're going to have to give him some time to get in here, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, listen, thank you everybody who went out and voted. I don't care who you voted for.
You got
It's
4 minutes.
important.
Let's not get so
Okay.
excited, Rhonda.
It's important.
Rhonda, slow down.
Stop it. It's
a little
important.
slower, Rhonda. Slower. Let's see how
No, but anyway, what I was going to say
You're
is
ready to go for it. This is what we were talking about earlier. It just slips up.
I can't help it. It does. It's like diarrhea. Just right out of my mouth. But anyway, what I was going to say is thank you to everyone who voted, regardless if it was red or blue or independent. The important thing is we vote as a nation, and our votes count, and we have a safe election, and we have. And don't listen to all the disinformation out there. We're going to have to. It takes a while to know who's going to come out and who isn't, but whoever wins will win fairly and honestly, and we're going to need to accept it and move forward. And so, and those of us that want to continue to keep the wolves at bay, so to speak, we only have to do it for a few years because the young voters coming up are going to have the kind of country that they want. It's their turn. We're done. We've already screwed it up. Now it's their turn to try to unscrew it or screw it up worse.
And remember, when you're out there in the real world, don't drink and drive. You'll have a cop as a chaser.
Yeah.
I got caught the other day, did I tell you? I was speeding. It was 8 miles over the limit. I pull over, and I'm looking out my driver's window here, waiting for the cop to come. She came to the right side, to the other side. And she's tapping on the window. So I reached over and opened the window, and she goes, "Sir?" I go, "Yes." You knew you were speeding 8 miles over the limit. Oh, was I? She was the cutest cop I ever seen in my life.
No, you were hoping to get frisked.
Yes, I was hoping. And she said, "Step out of the car, please." And so she did. She goes, "Sir, is that a rocket in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?" I can't believe you have me saying this stuff right now. It's on her
You
script.
said that.
It's on her
It's
script.
not on my script.
She writes a script right here and makes me say this stuff.
She probably said, "Sir, we're going to be adding assault charges to that traffic ticket now."
Salty
We got to
charges.
get out of here because he's got to set up.
Yeah.
It takes him a few minutes.
Well,
So
you got 2 minutes now. Let's not get.
I want to say a couple things. Let me do it.
Go for it, Rob.
I want to say thank you everyone for voting, whether it's red, blue, or independent. Our nation depends on voting, and we need to honor those votes, regardless whether they turn out red or blue or independent. And thank you for getting out there and all the election workers and people who poured their heart and soul into the election, regardless of the outcome. So thank you very much, and you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in about 2 weeks.
You're coming back, Rhonda, right?
Well, yeah, 2 weeks.
Serious? As a heart attack?
Yeah, I'll try to bring some pictures or something with me. I'll see
Yeah,
what we
let's
can
do
put
a
together.
really good show.
Yeah, we will.
For
All
real.
right.
I mean, you're not
We'll
just
see you
saying
later.
stuff.
Take care.
Well,
Bye-bye.
wait up, wait up. Get off
Get
the
me
air.
off the air.